Hi everyone, Donna Winter here. Today I'm doing a video showing you how to make a small slimline card and envelope to match. All the products I'm featuring today will be available to purchase on August 4th in the new holiday catalog from Stampin'Up. So grab a cup of coffee and enjoy. Thanks.
Okay, so today's video I'm going to show you how to make this slimline card. It's a little smaller than a letter size card, which is typically 9 by 4. This is 3.5 by 7. The paper that you're going to need, okay, so the base card is going to be 8 inches by 7 inches. And then you're going to score it at 3.5 right down this way on the 7-inch side. There's a piece of DSP, Poinsettia Place DSP, 8 inches by 3.25 inches. There is a sentiment piece, 4.25 by 1, Whisper White. And then there's this Plush Poinsettia specialty paper, which is 8 by about 1 5/8. But what I did, I wanted to show you. I started by cutting in between this design here, and then I'm going to finish by cutting in between this design here, and I'll show you how to do that. So this is already 8 inches, and I'm just going to line this up and cut in between that design and make sure it's straight. Okay, so that's the other piece. All right? Okay. So we'll fold the base card in half. Take the DSP and we're going to put that down, and I'm going to use liquid glue. The multi-purpose liquid glue here. I have a brand new one. So I'm trying to open. Woo! It's scooping all over. Look at how pretty this side of the paper is. So this DSP is 12 sheets with 6 designs, 2 different sides. 2 sheets of 6 designs. So we're going to put this down here. And the reason that I like to use glue is because I like to be able to move it just a little before I commit. Okay. This DSP is vellum, so you're going to see through it. What I want to do is just put something toward the bottom where a lot of it's going to be covered up. I'm going to put that right down there. Make sure it's straight. And a lot of it, that will be covered up. So I'm going to do this upside down so you can see it. Okay, so the sentiment. Stamped with Memento black ink. Here's the sentiment, Christmas Blessings, which is from the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set. And it's this one here. I wanted a big sentiment on the front because of the size of the card. It's a pretty big card. Alright, I'll line that up. Okay, then I'm also going to smudge this with Sahara Sand. And I have a makeup brush from the dollar store that I got. I like using these to smudge. They're kind of nice. You're just going to go along the edge, nice and gentle. Okay. We're going to put this on with dimensionals. Okay, so the poinsettia is from the DSP. Okay, these poinsettias are from the DSP, and so aren't the berries. So let me show you them. I'm just going to put that down there so you can see. The berries I cut out with, there's a die in the die set. Okay, there's the die and there's the berries. It comes with the poinsettia petals, and the dies are a bundle that you'll be able to purchase on August 4th from the Christmas catalog. Alright? And the poinsettia is from the DSP also. Okay, so this is a die and this is the poinsettia that I cut out. And I'm going to show you the piece of DSP. So this set is Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper. Okay, and there's 2 sheets. This design here, and this is the back. This design here, and this is the piece that I got the poinsettia from, and I believe there's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on here. And then I ended up cutting all the rest of them out, fussy cutting, because I fussy cut this on the edge here. Oh, what happened? It fell off. Looks like it fell off. Oops. Let me show you. This here, down here, I have a little piece off the side. So that's how I did that from this piece here. Okay, so I fussy cut those. And that's the back side of that. Here's the berries. I think I counted 21 berries that you could die cut out of each sheet. There's the back of the berries, this is the wood. Here's this beautiful, and that's the back of the piece that we're using on the front of the card. And there's that design. Put this on the back. And then there's this design here with that on the back. Okay. Now the other piece of DSP, the Plush piece, it's called Plush Poinsettia Specialty Paper. And that comes with 6 pieces of vellum and phlox. It's really nice. So there's 2 sheets of each design. There's this design, there's this design, and also these poinsettias, you'll be able to do some of them with the die cut also. Okay, so this is another one that you can use with the die cut. And here is that piece that we're using on the card. Okay, and I cut in between the designs. So that's that paper. Okay. So once you've die cut, which I've already done, I'm going to put this aside and fussy cut. You'll have 3 pieces of DSP. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of 2 of them. The little one you're going to glue down. Alright, so what we're going to do with this, you're going to hide one behind the other so you don't see the straight part. Okay, I'll put that down. This we're going to glue. Let's make sure it fits because you're going to hit dimensionals down there. And that fits pretty good right there. So I'm going to put a little glue on that. And glue that in underneath the sentiment. Then you're going to take the berries. I did those with glue also. And I just tucked them in. You're going to tuck one here. one up here. And tuck one down over here. Right there. Okay, and that's it. So you can do a stamp on the inside if you like. There's a stamp in the poinsettia that matches the die also. You can also stamp and die cut and color, however you want to do that. I'm going to put this stamp over here. Let me just put something underneath, because this is a photopolymer stamp. You want to have a little cushion underneath so you'll get a good image. Stamp that there. And I haven't found a sentiment that I want to put in yet, so I'm going to save that for later. But this is the card, and how simple and easy it is to make, and fun. And next I want to show you how to do an envelope. Okay, so for the envelope, I wanted to show you, I used a piece of copy paper, okay, an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and you're going to score the 11-inch side at 1 1/8 and 9 1/4, and on the 8.5-inch side, you're going to score it at 2 5/16 and 6 1/8. Okay, so let me show you how I did that. So on the 11-inch side, I'm going to come over on this side to 1 1/8, only because it's just easier to get to keep the paper straight. You're going to use your scoring piece, very gentle because it's copy paper. It's not real thick paper. All right, but hard enough so you can fold it. Okay, flipping it around and lining it up at 9 1/4. And these are the flaps that you're making here. They're the bottom flap and the top flap. Okay, so now on the sides, you're going to measure at 2 5/16, which is right in between the, so we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's right before 2 3/8. It's in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's in between 2 3/8 and 2 1/4. Okay. Ooh, oh, almost used the cutter. Oh my gosh. Okay. But that's okay because we're going to be cutting that part off anyway, so it's not a problem. All right, and then you're going to move it over to 6 1/8, which is right over here, and score that. Alright, so actually I'm going to leave it on here and I'm going to start cutting. So this is 1 1/8 up from the bottom, so I'm going to cut up to 1 1/8 here, move it over to the 2 5/16 right there where I started cutting, and move that to 1 1/8. Okay, and then I'm going to trim the rest by hand. Here, we'll turn it around this way too and cut those off. Now I'm just going to line it up with the fold lines, and this is lined up at almost 2 inches on that side. It's like 1 7/8. Close. There we go. Alright, so the rest of it I'm going to use my trimmer, my scissors. Okay, if I can find them. Okay, my paper snips. So we're going to cut this off. And then I'm going to actually come in about 1/4 of an inch and then go on an angle and cut that on an angle. And actually I'm going to do that on this side too. I'm going to start from the fold line and cut over there on an angle. Alright, and then I'm going to cut this on an angle too. I'm going to angle it from here and here. Alright, do that on this side too. Okay, and then angle this flap too. Try and keep them as even as possible. Okay, so now fold on your score lines. It might have been a little off. It's hard to get these fold lines scored if you did it too light, but it's easy to fix. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to put a strong glue on that, and what we can use is the new Stampin' Seal. There's this Stampin' Seal and there's a Stampin' Seal Plus, which I can't put my hands on right. Oh, it's right here. Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay. This one's for boxes and a real strong adhesive. And this puts down little lines of glue. I'm going to try and show you if you can see. See that? How it's little lines of glue? This one is solid. Okay? So we're going to fold that over. And we're going to fold the bottom up. Whoops. Ooh. And then you have your envelope. Isn't that great? And it fits the card you just made. Beautiful. Now, I'm sure that you would not have to pay extra postage for this, because when you do a letter, you don't have to do extra postage on a letter. So this is the what is this? This is this is a number 10 envelope. And this is a resume envelope that I found. My husband had a stash. Okay, so these you could use too. You could do a card to fit this, which is bigger. I mean, this is the difference, okay? But I like the smaller card, and I'm sure it won't cost you any more postage. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Have a great day. Bye.